Hey guys, this is Chris from Empire Bricks and welcome to a special LEGO Star Wars set review. Because today we're not having a look at one set, but we're having a look at six. I'm reviewing the entire Series 3 Microfighters. A little intro, I did a review on this one separately, but then I thought that it was too small for a separate review, so I got all of the Series 3 Microfighters and today we're reviewing all of them. All of these Microfighters were released in 2016 and retailed, or still retail, for $9.99, both euro and dollars. And especially for this review, I made two little signs. A Microfighter sign, which is just a modified plate with a sticker on it, and a Lego Star Wars sign. Same story, but different sticker. I got those stickers from a Bricklink order a while ago. They were free. So I thought let's use them in one of my videos. So let's dive in. I'm gonna review all the sets by set number, which means I will have to start with set 75125, the Resistance X-Wing Fighter. And that's this one over here. It comes with 83 pieces and one minifig being the Resistance X-Wing Pilot. So let's have a look at him first. And he is immediately one of the best minifigures from this series. He has amazing printing. His orange jumpsuit is a little bit darker than the older figures, which I really like. This helmet has amazing printing all sides. It's not even the same on both sides, as you can see. This side's a little bit shorter, and on this side he has something of a microphone going on. Underneath the helmet there is no secondary face, but he still is a very cool minifigure, and he comes with a small blaster. No stud shooters. There's no stud shooters for any of the figures, which is a good thing, so you can also stock up on your blasters. Having a look at the vehicle now, it is the Resistance X-Wing Fighter, and it looks like just like the big set. It is blue, it has the orange engines, very recognizable. I think the build is okay, it's not great, but that's mostly because it has 4 of the same wings, which makes it kind of repetitive. For its weapons, it has flick-fire missiles with flick-fire missiles on it, but I think this works pretty well for the X-Wing, makes it look good, and you can easily reach those. So that's this set, up to the next one, and that is set 75126, the First Order Snowspeeder. That's this one over here. It comes with 85 pieces, and one minifig being the First Order Snowtrooper. Having a look at him, and he is another amazing figure. He has the same printing as the ones from the original First Order Snowspeeder, of course, but still I really like this figure. It's just amazing how the print on the legs and on the torso just blend together in one really big print. There is printing on the back, but it's kind of bland, but it doesn't matter because he has this clip-on piece with a printed tile, of which you get one spare, so that's cool if you want to, give this to more of your figures if you want. The helmet is amazing, but we already knew that. And underneath is an angry clone face, which means that there is no secondary face. And he comes with a medium-sized blaster. He is the only one to have such a blaster. Going on to the build, this is one of my favorites from the series. Maybe I'm a little bit prejudiced, but I own the larger First Order Snowspeeder, the original one, and this one just looks like it, and it was a really fun build as well. Not that repetitive, so it's kind of fun to build, and it's asymmetrical. It has some of the details that you can also find on the original version, but the most fun thing is this blaster on the front, which they made in a way that you can turn it all kinds of directions, and it has a stud shooter on the front. Now, that's one thing that I noticed about this series, that these sets come in pairs, so on the back of the box, it's supposed to be this one and this one, this one and that one, this one and that one, and they're supposed to be fighting each other, of course, so they're matched with each other, and with every matched pair of sets, there is one with flick-fire missiles and one with stud shooters. This one has a stud shooter, that one has flick-fire missiles, this one has flick-fire missiles, that one has a stud shooter. So I don't think that's a coincidence. I'm just wondering why they did that, but small detail in between. The next set is set 75127, the Ghost. It comes with 100 pieces and one minifigure being Hera Syndulla. And I think that this is one of the best, if not the best, minifigure in this series. No, I'm actually pretty sure that this is the best one. Partially because she's an actual figure, so she's no nameless character. She actually has a name, but she has this amazing headpiece with the head till things coming out with the print on it. Let's see if I can get that sharp. Really detailed goggles on top. The print on the front and legs is not that special, but it is on both the torso and the legs, so that's cool. The back is almost empty, except for a very small rectangle, if you can see that. But if we look underneath, she does have a secondary face. So her standard face is a bit happy, and her secondary face is kind of sad or surprised. And this minifigure comes with one small blaster. Going to the build, it's the Ghost. It's one of the sets that a lot of people would like to have, the original one, and this is the smaller one. Just to be sure, I bought 2 of these, so I left one in the box in case this would be a collector's item. But this build is just really, really interesting. It has the most pieces from this series. It's the best build by far, partially because it's a little bit bigger than the rest, but also because it's, there's a lot of bricks going in it, and it's not repetitive. It's just a really cool build, lots of colors, lots of different bricks in it, and it has a stud shooter in the front for functionality, and the engines looks pretty cool from the back. So that's number 3 down, 3 more to go. The next set up is 75128, the TIE Advanced Prototype. It comes with 89 pieces and has one minifigure, being the TIE Fighter pilot. Now, this is just a regular TIE Fighter pilot, nothing really special about him. He is the only one without a print on his legs, which kind of, bums me out, but still, it's just a standard pilot, so I guess that's why they did that. Pretty basic printing on the back. His face is an angry clone face, which is kind of weird because he is not a clone, but still, it means no secondary face. His helmet is very iconic, of course, so it's really cool to have him. Nice addition to your Imperial Army, and he comes with a small blaster as well. Going on to the build, this is the TIE Advanced Prototype, and just like the X-Wing, this is it's an okay build, but because of the wings, of which again you have 4 of the same, it's kind of repetitive. But a big plus for this set are the printed pieces. So it has this printed piece on the front, which is very recognizable for TIE fighters, and on the sides it has these printed round tiles, and it is the only set from this series that has printed pieces. So I guess that's pretty cool. You can use those for making your own TIE Fighter mock, or build a base or something with these pieces. It comes with 2 flick-fire missiles, but unfortunately they are, just nearly impossible to hit with your finger, because you will be hitting this piece and not the flick-fire missile. Also, I thought that this is the TIE Advanced Prototype, which actually looks like this. And from the front, this looks really good, but in my opinion, if you turn the wings in an upright position, then from the front, this actually really looks like a regular TIE Fighter, which is kind of cool. So it's an okay build, but still I'm kind of positive about this one. It's not the best build, but it has some really, really strong pros going on. So that's number 4. Going up to number 5, which is set 75129, the Wookie Gunship. It comes with 81 pieces and just 1 regular Wookie, which is kind of weird because it's not a Wookie warrior, but I guess it is a warrior. He is just a regular Wookie with very, very little printing. I can barely see if he has any printing in his eyes, which I think is, a little bit too bad, but he looks okay. No double-sided face, of course, because he has this mold on top, and he comes with this gunmetal gray crossbow, which is supposed to be a bowcaster, which we all know from Chewbacca. Kind of hard to get him sharp, but I think you get the idea. Going on to the build, this is the Wookie Gunship, of course, and it looks pretty okay. On a personal note, I got 2 or maybe even 3 of these for my Jedi mock, because it has these great greebling pieces on it. It has a lot of small studs and cheese slopes and rounded slopes and grill pieces. So this is great for mock building. So it's a lot of good pieces for a very good price. Not much functionality to it, but it has 2 flick-fire missiles, which are here and there. And it has this flag piece on the back, which kind of is a loading kind of piece where you could, if this would be real size, the troops would be entering in here. And it has 2 small blasters on the front, but it doesn't shoot from them. So that's number 5, guys. Going on to the last one, which is set 75130, the ATDP. And it comes with 72 pieces, making it the one with the least pieces. And it comes with 1 minifigure, being the ATDP pilot. Having a look at him, he is just like we know him from the Rebel series, I guess. And he has this kind of head style where kind of the visor that should be on his helmet is printed on his head, making him look a little bit weird, but that's just how they look. He does have printing on both the torso and the legs. Nothing special going on. Also the back is kind of basic. And he comes with a small blaster. Going on to the build. This is the ATDP. This is a pretty simple build. It is not very exciting. It is not very diverse. And it's even structurally a little bit weird, because it has these hinge pieces for the legs, which we know from most walkers, but the last attachment to the body of the walker is with a Technic pin, so it can actually do this, but it's kind of loose, so I guess that if over time the pieces would get looser, and it would just start to look like this and would be aiming to the ground. It does look pretty cool though. It actually looks like the ATDP, and for some reason this one looks the least cartoonish of all of them. And you could actually use these in mocks as a, one-person walker or something like that. And it comes with a single stud shooter on the front. So those are all the Microfighters from Series 3. Normally, after a review, I would give my final thoughts and give all the pros and cons. It's kind of hard to do with all the sets, but I can give you some good pros and cons for the series or for some sets. First off is the best minifigure, and I'm a little bit doubting between Harrison Dalla and the First Order Snowtrooper, but I think Harrison Dalla wins. So that one has the best minifigure. The set with the most pieces is also the Ghost with 100 pieces, so it's about 10 to 12% more than the rest of the sets, which is kind of a big difference, I guess, making it also the best one to build. It takes up the most time, but it's also the most interesting build concerning the kinds of pieces and the colors that you get with the set. I do think though that the First Order Snowspeeder and the Snowtrooper are a close second. So these two are definitely my favorite sets. I think the one with the really, really cool pieces, it's not the best build, it's not the best set, it hasn't got the best minifigure, but these printed pieces are worth something. It's really cool to have those, especially if you want to build your own medium-sized TIE Fighter mock or do something else. It has some good pieces for that. I think the worst one is the ATDP. It has the least pieces. It's a really, really simple build. It doesn't look very special. And also the minifigure is not that great. But I still think that the Wookie is the worst minifigure because it's so plain. There's no effort in this minifigure. The only pro that this figure has is that it is a Wookie and they're kind of hard to get. So it's always nice to have an extra Wookie in your collection. So that was my review. I really hope you liked it. These are my first Microfighters, but I am definitely going to collect more of them. Series 4 is in stores now, so that will be pretty easy to get. Series 1 and 2 are a little bit harder, but I will be doing my best to get all of those and then review the entire series. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video, and I'll see you next time.